Hey everybody, it's Joe the Connector Kennedy for HowIQuitSmokingPot.com. This video is going to talk a little bit about nutrition and how it can affect you stopping smoking pot. I can really only talk about my experience, but you might find it useful. If you do, I'd like to hear about it. If you don't, I'd like to hear about it too. I actually started eating healthy before I first quit smoking pot, and it was kind of a silly reason that I did that. I'd been exercising most of my life. I used to play sports when I was younger, and but then there was a girl who's much younger than me that I was trying to attract. I mean, I know it's a silly reason, but I actually wanted to get my abs to show. And I actually met a guy who was kind of a nerdy guy, but he told me he knew the secret to getting cut. And so I thought to myself, I thought, if this guy can do it, and he doesn't appear like he's exercises too much, I can figure out how to do it. You know, we've got this thing called the internet that's got all this great information out there. Got to weed through a lot of crap, but eventually I found a book called The Abs Diet. It's got by a guy named David Zinchenko, I think is how you say his name, and he was an editor at Men's Health magazine. He still may be. Since then, I've read a lot of different books on nutrition and health and fitness. This one was the one that helped me the most. A lot of them have some of the same information, but this is the book that I recommend. There's also a book that you might want to check out called The Eat Clean Diet, I think is what it's called. And that's by Tosca Reno, wife of the now deceased Robert Kennedy, who was a fitness magazine and book publisher. A very well liked person. And so it's called The Eat Clean Diet, I believe. Basically, what I do is my own version of what I've become known as eating clean. I don't call it a diet, first of all, because nobody wants to go on a diet because they're set up to make you fail. What I did is I set out to modify my life and to live differently. And so what I do is what I call I consume a live it. And so instead of consuming what's known as the SAD diet, the standard American diet, I do live it, and it's a program that I'm actually going to be developing and writing about and making videos about down the road. This is just some kind of precursor advice for people that might want to use this information to feel better when they're getting off of the pot. So I had been eating clean for almost 2 years before I stopped smoking pot the first time, and I can't say for sure, but I'm pretty sure that it helped me think clearly enough to make the decision to get off the pot. So and I continue to do that. I've been eating clean now for almost 3 years, with the exception of about, I guess, almost 15 or 16 days last month. And well, up until about maybe a week ago now, I was in a diet competition with my girlfriend. She thought she could lose more weight than I could gain, and so I just ate all the crap that I used to eat and stuffed my face until I got fat. I gained 21 pounds in 20 days or something like that. And I didn't eat any donuts, which I kind of regret now, but I ate ice cream every day. I ate pizza like every other day, and it was actually painful. I would gross myself out, and I'd ate and ate. I just didn't want to delay it. You know, I could have waited till the end of July to gain all that weight, but I wanted to get it over with and get back to eating clean, which I've been doing now for about a week, I think. And so I still got another probably 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks until I get back into decent body shape, so I can fit my pants and my clothes better. So this is a long rambling. We're already past 5 minutes, but the things to do as far as nutrition, there's really a couple things that you can do. Starting off is, number one, drink more water. And I use Brita water filters and fill up glass. You can see I've got my big mug of water here. It is about almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and I've already had probably 5 of these today. I easily drink more than a gallon of water a day. Helps a lot in a lot of different ways, and I'm not going to go into all the reasons here, but that's one thing that anybody can do. Another thing that anybody can do is to take a fish oil supplement and make it a high quality one. A lot of people recommend a liquid. I use capsules and the non-odor capsules because I don't like to be burping up fish smell or taste. But if you look online, I don't really have any great recommendations. If you're a member at Costco, they usually sell pretty high quality items there. So I trust high quality fish oil from Costco. Also, take a good multivitamin. And I don't take a lot of supplements, but those are 2 that I do. As far as eating, cut out be prejudiced against what you eat. Don't eat anything white, almost anything white. No sugars, processed sugars, terrible. Salt, table salt's terrible. If you can have salt, use a little bit of sea salt, and sea salt goes a long way, and it's much healthier for your body. White processed flours are terrible. My biggest things that I missed right away when I first started eating better was baked goods, because I love baked goods. Breads and muffins and anything baked, cakes and pies and cookies. I don't eat any of that crap anymore. And I miss that. Pizza, don't eat pizza. That was a hard one for me because I used to live on pizza and beer. Speaking of beer, don't drink beer. Don't drink alcohol at all. Maybe a glass of wine with your dinner at night or before you go to bed. But the sugars in the alcohol is why I quit drinking. Pretty much. I still enjoy going out and having a cocktail once in a while or a beer on occasion with a buddy. But I really... The sugars, and you get those sugars in your body and they turn into fat. They just cause all kind. They feed cancer cells. You want to stay away from anything that has processed sugar in it as much as possible. And that's a hard deal because you look through basically everything you buy. If it's processed, it's probably got some sugar in it. Next time you're drinking a glass of milk, look at the carton and see how much sugar is in the milk. Milk is still a problem for me. It's probably one of my biggest... Milk and protein bars are my biggest problems because they both have sugar in them. Stay away from the sugar. Just throw it out. If you have it in your house, get rid of it. As they say when you're grocery shopping, shop around the outside. Don't go down the middle aisles because that's where all the processed food is. The only things that I really buy in the middle of the grocery stores these days, eggs, and because they're in a refrigerated section. They are white usually, but I do eat a lot of eggs, and I do lots of times get the prepackaged, already boiled and peeled eggs, and a lot of times I'll throw out the yolks and just eat the whites. But unless you're consuming very high quantities or have cholesterol issues, don't worry about eating egg yolks. I mean, they're fine. I eat a number of them every day. Eat a lot of chicken, lean turkey, grass-fed beef. Lean grass-fed beef is okay. I'm not really on the budget where I can afford a lot of that because it's still pretty expensive, but it's getting more prevalent and prices will come down. If you've noticed in the produce section too, buy as much organic as you can. Lots of places, at least around here, are getting more and more organics in. And as more people demand them, then the prices will go down too. So that's a good thing. Also eat lots of nuts, fish. I eat a lot of tuna fish. Some people are worried about mercury levels. I'm not really worried about that. I think our bodies have pretty good filters in them overall. So those are the types of foods that. The good thing about eating clean is, well, there's goods and bad parts. One is it's really, really boring. You're eating a lot of the same things, which for me, it doesn't matter that much. Food never excited me that much. I get my excitement in other ways. But the things that, it's really a benefit. You really want your body to get the right fuel to burn so it gets the right energy, and you want to fuel it on a consistent basis. Another thing about eating clean, I'm constantly eating. I probably eat 5, 6, 7 meals a day, and not the traditional sad diet type meals where you stuff yourself 3 times a day, eat a huge greasy breakfast, and then a big lunch, and then an even bigger dinner. But I eat a number of different meals throughout the day, 5, 6, 7, and fuel my body more consistently so it never gets real bogged down. So and that's another big difference in eating clean. You really want to fuel your body evenly throughout the day. Another issue is, or one of the good things about eating clean is when you go grocery shopping, you're really only shopping for a couple of handfuls of different things because you don't have to worry about all the processed foods and all the different choices with all the sugar and salt and crap in it. You're really looking for, 10, 15 different things that you're going to be consuming on a regular basis. Lots of veggies. I've been eating a lot of frozen vegetables lately just because they're easier. But my favorite way to consume vegetables, and I recommend this to everybody, is to get a quality blender. And I mean a quality blender. Spend some money, invest in yourself, in your health. I recommend Blendtec or a Vitamix. I used to sell Blendtec most of last year at Costco's. They usually have pretty good prices on them. Or you could get it at Costco.com even. Or you can check out one of my websites, joeabs.com, and we have links there where you can buy them. Not the best deals, but I make a little money on it. So it's an affiliate program. So you can go to joeabs.com and look for the links there. But get yourself a blender. Start getting big bags of organic pre-washed spinach. If you shop at Costco's, they have what they call the power greens, which is chard and kale and spinach, and it's all organic, pre-washed. Throw in a couple handfuls into the blender with some water. Maybe some chia seeds are real good. When you're starting out, you probably want to add some fruit, maybe a frozen banana, some frozen blueberries, something to keep it colder, maybe even some ice cubes. But get your greens in your body, and that for me it's the easiest way to do it. I always used to have an aversion to vegetables, and now I actually I drink more vegetables every day than I used to eat in 3 or 4 months. So it helps your digestion, it helps muscle growth, it helps a lot of different things. Keeps cancer away. So get your veggies. It's not just something your mom told you. So those are the things that I can recommend. Stay away from eating white stuff, the sugars, the salt, the baked goods. Eat more frequently, smaller meals. Read the book Abs Diet by David Zinchenko. We'll talk about exercise in a different video. It's not nearly as important in my mind as nutrition is. So get on your own Live It. Another thing good about being on the Live It, and I didn't do it for a long time because I felt like I was doing so much work eating clean that I didn't want to waste my time, counterproductively. But now, at least one meal a week, and I look forward to it. I usually take Saturdays and call it my cheat day, and I'll have pizza, I'll eat cake or ice cream or all of the above, and that's what I'll do. So put yourself on a clean eating Live It. Try a cheat day once a week, and let me know how it goes. Thanks for watching. This is Joe the Connector Kennedy for HowIQuitSmokingPot.com.